This is my 100K per month funnel that was built and taken live entirely by Claude Code. And I didn't just build a simple HTML to show off in a YouTube video and called it a day like any other YouTube video does. I also used Claude Code to add accurate tracking for Meta and Google, integrated it to work with my CRM Go High Level, hosted everything on VSL, and switched my main domain to go live with this new funnel. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my full framework that you can simply paste into your Claude Code to recreate my funnel for your business. It's going to guide you step by step through everything it needs from you to actually build a funnel in the quality of the funnel that I'm showing you right now. Just to show you a comparison, this is the old funnel that we have used for more than a year now. This was built on Go High Level, and as you can see, there is not really much that you can see. There is a headline, there is a sub-headline, there is a VSL, there is a form to fill out, and there is 3 testimonials. And to be fair, I have to say this funnel really worked well for us, and we have made well over $1 million just with this funnel. However, this only worked because we never had a lead issue and we never attracted cold leads to our funnel. Leads came either through referrals, which is our main source of new clients for OmniFusion AI, or from our YouTube channel OmniFusion AI, where people already saw that we're the experts in the field and they didn't really care about how the funnel looks like and how well it is optimized. However, we have just decided to run ads now to scale our agency to multiple 6 figures per month. And now we also have the resources to onboard more clients. So I decided to run Facebook ads. And here it becomes really important how well your funnel is optimized, how fast it is loading, and how accurate the tracking really works. However, I think even in the first page, you can immediately see this is a Go High Level funnel that looks like every other templated Go High Level funnel as well. And this is a custom built funnel that is really nice and sleek looking and has a lot of context and content on it. Let's go through the funnel step by step. Just for context, OmniFusion AI builds automated sales systems for high-ticket coaches on Instagram. We basically replace appointment setters inside of the Instagram DMs with a scalable and repeatable system to book sales calls for coaches on Instagram. OmniFusion AI is responsible for everything from the first lead interaction until the show up in a sales call. Everything in between is covered by us, and our clients never need to worry about any automation, technicalities, hiring appointment setters, tracking statistics. It's all 100% done by our company and our technology. Now let's go step by step through the actual funnel. As you can see, we have a headline with multiple pain points measured. Leads going cold overnight, slow DM replies, no shows. Then there's a VSL here that is hosted at Vidalytics, and I'll just refresh the page so you see how well it autoplays directly when someone enters the page, and people can just click on it to unmute the video and restart it from scratch. Vidalytics gives us very detailed statistics about the VSL itself. So while the VSL is running, Vidalytics can tell us where people stopped watching it, where people unmuted it, where people muted it, where they paused it, where they left the page, and all of these beautiful statistics so I can improve the next iteration of my VSL. On top of it, everything I'm showing you is built by Claude Code. I don't know how to code. I've never written a single line of code. I don't know how this works. I'm not a designer. So if I can do it, you can do it too. What is very fascinating here is that we're not only tracking who's unmuting and muting the video or who's clicking on play, we're also tracking the 5%, 10%, 25%, 75%, 50%, 95% and 99% mark of this VSL, so we can accurately track who's actually viewing 5% or 25% or who's viewing the whole thing, and we are sending that information back to Google and back to the Metapixel, which is very important for accurately tracking and accurately targeting our ICP while running Meta ads. And all of this was implemented and built by Claude Code, all of these things. So accurate tracking is very crucial, especially if you're running ads, and this is what Claude Code did better than I think any human could have ever done, because I would have had to hire an agency to do that. Otherwise, if you build this on Go High Level, you simply trust the Go High Level Meta integration, which doesn't have as much accurate tracking as we have on this funnel right now. Below the VSL, we can see a CTA, and I really love this animation, which I've again seen in some other funnel. And I told Claude Code that I want this animation to look like this with our brand colors and everything else. Then there is a carousel, I would call it, of our actual clients. And as you can see, this is all done by Claude Code as well. This really looks like an Instagram profile card. I simply gave Claude Code the Instagram usernames of the clients that we're currently working with, told it to get the profile picture, get the follower amount and make it look like an Instagram card. So these are clients that we are working with, and it created the cards, the animation, it scraped the profile picture, it scraped the follower amounts. And if I want to, I can update the follower amounts just with a simple prompt. I could just tell my Claude Code, go ahead and update the follower amounts on the funnel of OmniFusion.ai, and it would go ahead, scrape the accounts, get the new follower amounts, and update these numbers here. And it also added the category correctly: AI automation agency, fat loss coach, dance career coach, AI design agency, and that's all accurate statistics for the clients that we're working with. Below that, you can see the onboarding form or the opt-in form. This opt-in form is a Go High Level form that we have embedded using iframe. Claude Code simply told me how to do it. This is a survey on Go High Level because as the backend, I still use Go High Level as my CRM because I really believe that Go High Level is a really good CRM for sales calls, for closing leads, and for processing them. However, what we have done here is to replace the very clunky and old school page builder of Go High Level. So our funnel doesn't look like any other Go High Level build funnel out there. However, to get the leads to actually land in the CRM, we're using the survey builder of Go High Level, which is really sleek, I would say, and people can just qualify themselves here, enter their name, email, and phone number, and this is the first qualification step. Because if someone, for example, says, no, we don't generate leads from Instagram, or if they say we make less than 25K per month, after inputting their name and their phone number, they will automatically be disqualified and forwarded to a sorry, unqualified page. So if the survey on the funnel finds out that someone might not be qualified, they will automatically be forwarded to this page where we say we added your application to our waitlist. This is the requirements that we have for new clients. And if you think we made a mistake, or if your request is regarding something else, then you can still book a call. However, this gives them an initial response saying, yo, our solution might not be the best fit for you. And this prevents us from sending the opt-in to Meta, because Meta will optimize for the leads it gets. So if I wouldn't have this sorry page and if I would just let everyone book the call, then Meta would understand, okay, we have booked another call, let's optimize for this event. However, doing it this way, we actually optimize for people that are qualified, that book a call, and then the event fires back to Meta to tell Meta that we need more of these leads. Below that, we have a comparison table of how human seller teams worked in the past and how it will work with OmniFusion AI sales system. It's simply a comparison of before and after. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this for the long term. However, as Claude Code has also integrated Microsoft Clarity on this page, I can see every single person on the funnel, what they do, where they click, and where they drop off. So after a couple of weeks, I will simply see if this screen or this section is helping the conversion or hurting the conversion, and depending on that, I will decide if I leave it or if I kick it out. So I always go with data, and the good part here is we have unlimited data. We even have videos of every single person that lands on the funnel. I can see where they are, where they scroll, where they click, if they watch the video or not. And Claude Code has access to this data because Microsoft Clarity has an API. If you're not using Microsoft Clarity on your landing page, website, or funnel, then this is your sign to do so. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything, and it has an API asset, so you can connect it to Claude Code to analyze the data of your funnel. Let's continue here. There's another CTA. Obviously, if anyone ever clicks the CTA, he comes back to the survey form up here. Then we have a reputation section here, recognized by industry leaders. This is Liam Otley talking about our solution and that he has seen the backends that we have built the best AI appointment setting system in the industry. This is not really a testimonial in itself. However, this is an industry leader in the AI space, and him saying that we have built the best AI appointment setting system in the market is a very big deal. So this is a great section to have to increase reputation and trust in the leads. Then after that, we have a very interesting section, which is the testimonial section. And there you can see we have 6 testimonials here. I didn't want to bloat it with too many testimonials. However, very interesting to point out here is that I did not create this section, not visually. And the videos that are on there was also not cut or trimmed by me. Claude Code has built all of this, implemented the videos, hosted them correctly, put in the links, and all of it. I didn't touch anything. I simply told it what I see, what I like, what I not like, and what I want to be changed. And it went ahead and built everything on its own. The next section is a simple how it works section. We extract everything, we build your AI system, we go live, and we keep optimizing, and you just close the deals we book for you. This is a very simple section for people who do not watch the VSL. This will show them exactly what we do, how it works, and that we take care of 100% of the work of setting their leads into sales calls. Then again, we have a CTA, and now comes one of my most favorite sections. This is straight from our clients, and what I set Claude Code is I want a wall of love kind of section where we add videos and screenshots where they tell us how good the solution is, how surprised they are, how many sales they do, how many calls the AI has booked, and basically all like positive reinforcement statements of our clients in the chats that we have with them. All of these things are saved on a Notion page. And as you can see, this is an unlimited scroll. Emil is my co-founder and head of product at OmniFusion AI, and he is continuously in contact with our clients, and he always gets these messages where they are extremely happy about the solution, tell them how good it works, and all these positive things, you know, the statistics we see, people go viral, hundreds of calls booked, all of this, and he simply screenshots it and puts it into this Notion board. However, it also includes Fathom video snippets, it includes screenshots, it includes Loom video snippets, it includes raw videos in itself. As you can see, here is a raw video. So this is a very mixed and confusing Notion page, and to go through all of this, find out what's useful and what's not, and trim the videos, download the videos, and trim the images and all of this stuff would take me a lot of time. Obviously, I didn't do any of it. What I did is simply give Claude access to this board. You simply go to the three dots, scroll down in Notion, go to connections, and there you can see SATA Claude Code has access to this board. And then I simply told my Claude the project about the wall of love and what I want it to be. I want all the videos to be downloaded, to be transcribed, so he gets context on what's said inside of those videos. Then I want him to trim the videos correctly to the exact scene where someone says something positive about working with us. The last section, which is a very important one, is the FAQ section. Actually, Claude Code suggested me to add this, so I would have forgotten it. And the interesting part here is these FAQs are analyzed. My Claude Code is connected to my Fathom, and Fathom has access to all of my sales calls. I simply told Claude Code to go through all my sales calls, hundreds of them, and analyze the most asked questions and the most common objections. And this is exactly how we set up this FAQ. So this is not random guessed questions. These are questions that I actually get from leads while being on sales calls. And this is exactly how we have set up this FAQ. And also the answers. I didn't do any of that. I only reviewed what it did and improved on what was already there. And this is exactly how I work the best. This was not a one-shot, obviously. This is 50 GitHub commits, and it took me a couple of days to arrive here. However, once I was done with the whole funnel, I could save this as my preference of looks and style and design. And the funny part is, I didn't let it create just one funnel, I let it create 3 different ones in 3 different designs. So I had a golden one, I had a purple one, and then I had a blue one. And I just went to my partners and asked a couple of people which one they liked the best. And this blue version has won by far, and that's why we used that as our funnel. One more thing to add, it's very important, especially if you run ads, that this page is mobile optimized. And very important as well is the loading speed. If people click on an ad to go to a landing page, if it takes more than 1 second for the page to load, you will lose a lot of leads because they simply go back. They're just about getting brain fried in the reels on Instagram where they get dopamine very, very fast. So you cannot let them wait for 3, 4, or 5 seconds until your page loads. And this was very important while building this funnel. Here you can see a video of how it looks like on my iPhone and how long the page actually loads. For me, I feel like it's very much instant, and I can see it in the data. We just started running ads, but we nearly have 0 drop off between clicking the link and actually viewing the funnel. Now you have seen the funnel that we have built, why we have built it, and all the sections that are inside of the funnel, and all the things that Claude Code has built. It then went ahead and created a new GitHub repo to store all the code, and it connected everything to my VSL account so I can actually host it and run it from there. And I have not stopped there. I also wanted to have a custom dashboard where I can see all the statistics that I want in one single glance. And this is exactly what I built here. I've integrated Google Analytics, Meta Ads, Clarity, the VSL analytics using Vidalytics, and the analytics from the funnel page itself from VSL. And as you can see, everything is combined here built by Claude Code. I just told it what I want and it simply built it. And this is my funnel page that I can check every single day to see what works, what does not, and so on. And as you can see, I already closed 4 out of 8 calls that showed up in the last week or 2 weeks or so. And every single client for OmniFusion AI has a minimum yearly LTV of $30,000. So these 4 closes are already worth $120,000 plus for us as OmniFusion AI in just the last week or 2 weeks or so. So this is proof that this funnel actually works, and it brings in the qualified leads into the call with me so I can close them on the call. These numbers are going to improve because this is the first iteration. We're still working on the ads. We're still experimenting with the ads, with the interests. We're still experimenting with the VSL, and I'm going to run multiple A/B tests on the funnel itself. So this funnel shows me a nice overview. I also get a daily briefing by Claude Opus 4.7 that gets all the API responses and gives me a daily briefing every single day when I wake up. I get all the sources and all the metrics I want. I've simply built this in the last couple of days, and I'm going to improve on this more and more and add more data here as I need it. But this should show you the power of Claude Code if you actually know what you are doing, that it can be really, really helpful. A dashboard like this could be $100, $200 per month SaaS in itself, connecting Meta Ads, Google Analytics, Clarity, Vidalytics, and Go High-Level CRM API together into one single dashboard where I have everything I need to make the decisions that I want to make. So how did I actually do it? It's a very simple 4-step process, but it doesn't work if you just say, yo, go ahead and create me an amazing funnel. That's not how it works. Step number 1, research before building. I've been researching other VSL funnels, and I've chosen the ones that I really like the most and gave Claude Code the actual links to the funnels and told it to use the Playwright browser to analyze the funnel from top to bottom, contextually and visually and code-wise for me. So rule 1 is give Claude Code a specific example before you ask it to build anything. Quality in is quality out. This is very, very important and will increase the quality of anything you do with Claude Code. Step number 2. I have let it build multiple versions, especially in the beginning, at the same time. One in gold, one in purple, one in blue. Because I'm a very visual person, I need to see how it looks like so I can decide which one I like most. And the good part about working with Claude Code and not with designers is that you can just tell it to create 5 different versions, make a click button on the top of the version so you can just click gold, black, blue, gray, orange, whatever you want, it can create it, and it simply does it very, very fast so you can just see how it looks like and then decide which one you want to go to. I would say it's very important to decide in the beginning what style you want to have, because then if you go deeper and create everything, it's going to be more and more work for it to create it 4 or 5 times in different variations. So decide in the beginning how you want it to look and feel like, what colors to use, what font to use, what brand patterns you want to see inside of that funnel, and then choose for one and then go deep into actually building the funnel step by step. Using AI tools like Claude Code gives us unlimited capabilities and resources to actually build multiple versions of everything. So never debate with Claude Code which one is better. Simply let it build all of the solutions that you have in mind and figure it out after you have seen them. Rule number 3, very important, I created overnight prompts. So during the day, it was a lot of back and forth and a lot of texting and a lot of feedback and iterations and all of this stuff. However, during the nights, I usually ran full smoke QA tests and very long prompts that could run for hours. Before I went to sleep, I have a skill called Create Plan. If you're looking for that, let me know in the comments and I'll share it with you. And this Create Plan creates a comprehensive plan about anything I want. So I simply created a plan where I said I want this whole funnel with the progress so far to be fully tested and speed optimized. I want it to be speed tested, optimized, tested about the tracking, tested the fonts, every single click on the funnel, and so on. I just want it to be QA tested, smoke tested, and analyzed overnight, because that can take an hour or 2 hours. And when I wake up, I get a full analysis report of Claude where he thinks it can be improved. And sometimes it comes up with things that you would have never thought of. So I did this regularly every second night or every third night. Or if I had a bigger thing to implement, for example, go through hundreds of images and crop them correctly and censor the phone numbers, this is usually longer tasks that I have prepared during the day to run overnight. So I wake up to an amazing amount of done work, which I can review in the morning. Step number 4, very important, have the Playwright browser skill installed. because whatever it is going to create, it's also always going to check inside of code. However, some things cannot be seen in the code, but it needs to be seen visually. So having the Playwright browser is a huge hack, telling Claude Code to make all his checks and at the end launch the Playwright browser and check everything visually and make screenshots from the funnel every single step of the way to analyze if everything is correct or not. This will catch so many more issues that you can prevent of you and Claude going back and forth by simply giving Claude Code the ability to check it itself and come back to you with a fix and then tell you that it's done. I didn't need to pay designers thousands of dollars, I didn't need to pay developers thousands of dollars, and I didn't need to wait for anyone weeks and months to finish this. I have done all of this in just a matter of a couple of days while having other work to do. If I would have gone full force on this and full time, this would have been done in one single day. I could talk for a whole week of all the learnings and skills that go into this, how to actually get really good output while working with Claude. However, I've put together a video that explains you 90% of everything you need to know while working with Claude Code in 41 minutes. And if you want to learn everything in one single video, go ahead and watch the video that is displayed on screen right now. If you want that MD file, simply check the link in the description. You can download it for completely free. I'm not going to charge you for this. Have fun with it. And once you're done with your funnel, put in your URL into the comment box down here so I can see the beautiful funnels that you have created with this skill file. I hope you learned something new, and if you did, please leave a like on this video. It tremendously helps me and my channel out. If you want to learn more about how to use Claude Code as a non-coding CEO, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.